And welcome back to Monroe Monday. Just had with us Wes Ellis for state representative. That's May 17th. He's one of the candidates that's running. So if you feel like he's the right candidate, just cast your vote for him. Up next we have Carolyn Emmert. We have her on usually once a year about this time. And, she is like the coordinator for the backpack program here in Monroe County. And also they're having a fundraiser this Saturday, truck and tractor pull at the Monroe County Fairgrounds, and we're going to let Carolyn talk about the backpack program, what all entails it, and all that. So we'll let Carolyn get started.
Okay, thank you, Randy. I appreciate you having me here this morning, and first I want to say thank you to everybody. The backpack program is a program that belongs to the county. It's the county's program because we've had such good support we get support from the businesses, we get support from the churches. It's a county program. And just give you a little rundown in case there's some that's not real familiar with it. I know a lot of you have heard a lot about it, but what we do is we purchase food from Feeding America in Elizabethtown. It's Kentucky Heartland, Feeding America. And each week we send bags of food home with children who might be in danger of being hungry over the weekend while they're not in school to get food at school. And we get these references from school teachers, we get them from church members, anybody that thinks they see someone that's in need out in the county. They can call me or Lindsay Gillenwater or Houston Gillenwater or any school teacher, school resource officer, and we'll try to see that child has food to eat over the weekend. And of course a big part of that food is the having the funds to pay for it. It costs $120 each school year per child to supply that food for the school year. We average, sometimes it floats, we have 170 a week. We have had as many as 200 a week. So if you multiply that times 120, you see how much money it takes to support this program. But I've never had to not have it. Every child that's ever asked for a bag has always got one. And that's because the community has always stepped up and supported us. And another big part of that is the school system. The school system is very cooperative with us. They let us use students from the high school, and they will come and pick up the boxes and deliver them to the schools like on Wednesday or Thursday, so the resource officers can send them out with the children on Thursday or Friday to have them for the weekend. And it also gives the students a chance to get some community service, a chance to see that there is a need in the community and that there are students who maybe don't have what a lot of other students do, and that there is a need, that there may be some people in the county who do need food. So it really, it's a two-way program. It really helps those students, and it helps us, and it helps the students that need the food. So it's kind of a roundabout program that I like to think helps everybody. And of course, like I said, our biggest problem is raising the funds. And this is where I'm going to really brag on Dallas Carnahan and the Carnahan family. Several years ago, this will be our 7th pool. And that just seems impossible. You know, it seems like we just started it last year. But this will be our 7th pool. And Dallas came to me and he said, I was riding a tractor, and he said, I was thinking about the backpack program. Dallas is a teacher at the middle school. And he said, I think I may have a way that maybe we can raise some money. And I said, well, what? And he said, what about a truck and tractor pull? And I said, well, you know, I don't know much about a truck or a tractor, but I said, whatever you want to do, I'm right there with you. So Dallas and his dad Doug, and all the truck and tractor pullers in Monroe County, and everybody just started pitching in, and it just came to be. It came to be it is our biggest fundraiser. It is what supports the program during the year. We have others that do such a wonderful job. you know, the Bethlehem Lodge. They do the scavenger hunt, and they do a wonderful job. Red Barn Barbecue does usually every year does a fundraiser. But the truck and tractor pull is really what pulls us through and lets us be able to feed as many as 200 children a week. So
you know, and like you said, it's only $120 a year.
A school year.
A school year. Yeah, to feed a child. So you know that's relatively cheap.
Yeah. And you know, there's just you just. I don't know that I myself realized how many children there are in this county that do need help, that don't have the food they need. And you know, a student that doesn't have food can't go to school and learn. They can't have any ambition. You know, they've got to know that somebody cares, and that there's a way for them to become something and make something of themselves.
Yeah. Getting to the truck and tractor pull this weekend. Of course, it'll be at the Monroe County Fairgrounds. Starts at 7 o'clock. $10 a person, I believe.
$10 a person, yes.
And that, you know, that's cheap for the show that they're going to have, because they're going to have at least, I guess, 10 classes.
Yes, at least 10. And there's going to be some outstanding pullers there. I mean, the pullers have come from all around. We have pullers from Tennessee. We have pullers from Indiana. We've had them come from everywhere. And they are so supportive. They're all so supportive. A lot of them will donate their winnings back to the program.
Yeah.
And you know, that's a lot. That says a lot for the people that do this program. And they it's going to be an outstanding show. I think we're going to have some fabulous trucks, some fabulous tractors. I know my grandchildren love it. They can't wait for the truck and tractor pull. They love it.
Well, I know some lady that named Carolyn Emmert that she likes them real well.
Oh, I do too. I love them. I love them. Never had been to one, but I love them now. And to see that, I want to mention Bo Simpson and Andrew Page and William Page, and they have the pulling sled. Of course, there's no way we could do it without the sled. And it's just, you know, they are so generous to donate that big piece of equipment. And I want to thank them, and of course I can't forget Clary's Construction and Rock Solutions. Darren has come on to help with it, and it's just been tremendous what we've been able to do with Clary and Rock Solutions help.
All right, let's take a quick break, and we'll be right back with more Monroe Monday. And welcome back to Monroe Monday. We have with us Carolyn Emmert with the Monroe County Backpack Program. And like she said earlier, you know, $120 will feed a child the whole school year. And how did the kids, I know it's been going on 7 years now so far that you've done it, I guess. It was going on before that. Susan Turner, I think, may have.
Yeah, they were, the 4-H Club had started it kind of as a project, and they were doing maybe 30, 40 bags a week or something, which was outstanding. I mean, they did a wonderful job to be children and take this project on. And there's 4-H leaders was very good to help. And then it got to where it got too much for them. And so Susan and I talked, and I was retiring. I used to work at the circuit clerk's office, and I was getting ready to retire. And I said, well, Susan, I'd be glad to help. And, you know, it just, I don't know, it just was a passion I had.
You just took the bull by the horns?
Well, I think the bull took me. You know, I don't know that I did anything. I think I give all the credit and praise to the man above. You know, it's his program, and he's the one. He's made it a success. You know, there's been lots of times when I think, are we going to have enough? Are we going to have enough money? Are we going to have enough food? And you know, I find out when I put it in God's hands, it usually it happens. Somebody steps up and makes it happen.
How do you get the word out to the families, the parents of the families?
Well, the school resource officers will send a form home with the students when the school year starts.
All students?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
You know, they put them out there and they put the word out. And of course, then all the churches, we just about every church in the county supports us now. And so, it's just a known thing now. It's like I was telling you a while ago, like the first year that we did it, you know, I thought, well, you know, is this even helping the kids? Is it enough to even help them, or whatever? So the second year when school started, and the school resource officers was telling me, okay, the kids came to school the first day, and first thing they asked me was, did we get food this week? Did we get food this week? And I said, oh, we got to get on the ball here. We got to get some food in there. And two, the schools have a snack bar, like in the afternoon, kids can buy something off the snack wagon, I guess they call it. Well, this year we've been blessed because we had a lot of donations of snacks, and we had some extra money. So we've been trying to keep snacks in the schools so that every student has a snack in the afternoon.
I'll bet you it's not just apples or a banana.
Well, no, it's just what Little Debbie cakes. We'll try to keep some of those juice drinks.
Really, whoever donates to you, correct?
Yes. Yeah. They now that those snacks have run out, though, we just go and buy what we can. I watch for sales and try to get peanut. Kind of try to be careful with peanut butter and crackers because I know there's an allergy out there. But all the teachers and the school resource officers are really diligent about watching for the allergies and such as that. So, but I just it hurts me to think of a schoolroom and some kids being able to buy a snack in the afternoon and sit there and eat it, and the other children sitting there with no money that can't buy a snack and watch somebody else eat. That hurts my heart.
Do you find families, larger families with more kids, maybe 6 kids or more? That seems like it would be a huge need for that.
Well, yeah, there are some large families. We do have large families, and we have families. And I'll just be honest with you, we have families who just don't care whether their kids have it or not, and
so they're the guys that just don't send the paperwork.
Well,
back.
and sometimes, maybe they don't, and we just keep plugging at it until we get those kids some food. Then we have another side of the program too, and a lot of people don't think about this. We have like single parents, maybe a single father, a single mother, and they're working, they're doing everything they can do to feed their family and take care of them, but with minimum wage and whatever.
Yeah, it's got to be very difficult, especially with inflation going on.
Mm-hmm. Well, you know how much groceries have gone up in the last few months?
Yeah.
And you've got that single parent that's working all they can to try to supply for their family. We supply food for those kids too. If there's a need, and there's anybody out there that has a need and a child that needs food, please let us know. That's what we're here for. We're here for the children.
Have you had children to come up and ask you instead of their parents because their parents might have fallen through the cracks?
Yes, we have. We have that a lot. And one of the biggest places, and I am so grateful that the high school, when we first started, it's a little hard. It's a little intimidating for older students to say, I need food.
Oh, yeah.
That's intimidating. So we try to keep it as confidential as we can. We try not to single them out and say, oh, this kid's getting this and this kid needs food. We try to keep it confidential. Mm-hmm. And after the program was going like a couple of years, the high school students started coming to the resource officer and asking if they could get it. Mm-hmm. And that was so important to me because that showed me there was a need and that they were appreciating it because they came and asked for it.
Mm-hmm. They trusted you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Now, speaking of that, we're talking about all the positivity of it.
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever run into a roadblock, any negativity toward the program? Anybody ever said, oh, we don't need that in Monroe County?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, I have. I don't now. I'll say, but back when the program first started, there was some people who would say, oh, they draw so much money. Those kids, you don't need to feed those kids. Their parents get food stamps. They get whatever they get. That doesn't affect our program at all, because just because the parents get it doesn't mean the children get it. And just because, and like the single father and mother, or a married couple who's trying, who's doing everything they can to support their children and raise them right and give them food, and they run short. I don't know that any of us haven't at some time or other run short.
Absolutely.
And that's what, it's not about who gets a check or who gets this or who gets that. All we care about is the need, and if there's need there, then we want to supply.
You're listening to your heart is what you're doing.
What are some of the supplies that are usually given out every week?
Okay, like in a bag, there'll probably be most of it is not cookable. Most of it you can microwave. Macaroni and cheese. We get cereal, the little boxes of milk that don't have to be refrigerated. We get canned peaches. We get
Pop-Tarts?
Pop-Tarts, peanut butter and crackers, just stuff like that. That's that they can snack on and use for themselves, and they don't have to depend on somebody to fix it for them. They can
do it themselves. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
You say they can get things at school, like lunches.
Mm-hmm.
They don't have to go to a separate line. They don't have to shake their head, yes, I get one, or raise their hand. How do they identify themselves to the people giving out the
That's where we have the wonderful school staff. They make sure that everybody who's on that list has their bag to take home with them when they leave in the afternoon. It's not given out in front of everybody, or it's not. And to be honest with you, I've never been there to see them do it, but I know that they take care of it. They make sure each student that's on the list gets their bag. They don't call them out and put them at center of attention or anything. They just casually go, maybe put it in one of their backpacks.
That's what Rick's saying, fixing to say. They call it the backpack program, so they can kind of just basically put it in the backpack, whatever.
Now, see, I never knew that.
Yeah, that's how it got its name, the backpack program, because maybe even just whenever they're not drawing attention to a student, that's when they get it to them. And if they get it in their backpack, then the other kids don't know, and it's
that seems like a great way to do that.
Yeah, we have a great staff and great school people that just really have been great to work with.
All right, Carolyn, we appreciate you coming in. Of course, this Saturday, 7 o'clock, Monroe County Fairgrounds, with a truck and tractor pull. Wanted to ask you one thing.
Okay.
Since election time is coming up, can politicians come out there and set up a tent?
Sure, they're more than welcome.
Does it cost them anything?
No.
Okay.
We're not charging to set up a tent. If they want to bring something to sell chances on, we'd love for them to donate to the program, but they're welcome to come.
So all you politicians out there, come out and set you up a tent. Like you said, donate to the backpack program, and should be a lot of people out there. Maybe some that you'll never see when you're knocking on doors. You might see them there.
That's true. I hope there'll be a lot of people there, and it's all done by volunteer work. Randy volunteers. He's there every year. Every penny that's made goes into the backpack program. Right now, with the I've got donations enough for the concession stand that everything that's made at the concession stand will go into the program. And last year we made a little over $17,000.
Mm-hmm.
That was the total.
That was the total, yes.
Are there more and more people showing up every year as the interest gets larger?
Yes, there is. Of course, we have the problem. Everybody has a problem with scheduling. There's so much going on.
Right.
There's something every weekend. And we try to find a weekend when there's not another truck pull or there's not another something else. And every year we find that after we schedule...
Overlap into something.
There's always somebody that schedules on the same day. But I try not to worry about that, because like I said before, think the program's taken care of, and I think that everything will be fine. It'll be fine.
Do you have a phone number that you might be able to give out, or a website, or something like that for parents?
We're on Facebook.
Or kids?
We're on Facebook. We have a Facebook page. If you will just send me a friend request, Carolyn Emmert, I will gladly add you to the Facebook page. You can call me anytime. My number is 427-6876.
Okay, would you repeat that?
It's 270-427-6876. If you are in the community and you see a family that you think is struggling, if you want to tell me confidentially, that would be wonderful. They'll never, we won't make a big deal of it. We won't say, oh, so-and-so called me about you, or we'll just say, do you need some help, and try to help them. If you're in a church, you can always tell your minister, and he'll get hold of me. And children, especially in middle school and high school now, we have had some of those kids to come and tell their school resource officer, I think so-and-so needs some help.
Wow.
Yes.
All right, Carolyn, like I said, appreciate you coming in. Come out this weekend to the Truck and Tractor Pull for the fundraiser for the backpack program. Starts at 7 o'clock at the Monroe County Fairgrounds. And hope everyone has a great day and enjoy.